haven't even started the video and it's really hot already. I think I'm gonna tie my hair today. Hello Team Komal. So today's video is going to be another Komal Talks, and the reason why you're so up close is I feel like whenever I do the talking sort of videos, this much of framing works. Just give me like 3 seconds. Done. Do YouTubers lie? Now this video is not pinpointed towards any particular person. This video is not about a group of people that you might know, I might know. This is just me talking about this particular subject because I feel like as a YouTuber plus a viewer of a lot of YouTubers, I have certain things to say. It all started by me noticing a lot of negative comments in bigger YouTubers, normal YouTubers, everybody's comments feed. People were straight up kind of attacking them that, well, you're lying to me and I don't like to be lied to and this is disgusting, how can you do this, you're just trying to make money, and so on and so forth. And it wasn't just one person, you see this happening a lot. Now, let me just give you a little bit of context. I've been watching YouTube since 2008. I've been making YouTube videos since 2010, and yeah, that long. From that time till now, YouTube has changed completely. I love YouTube. YouTube is a very, very good platform. I love the fact that I can make videos on YouTube and actually interact with you guys. But there are certain things that have changed with the growth of YouTube, and there have been certain negative things that have come across, I feel now. So let me try to think of it to talk about this from 2 ways. One of it is from the YouTuber's perspective and the other one is from a viewer's perspective. I'm going to start off with the viewer. As an avid viewer of a lot of YouTubers, I personally feel that there's a connection, and I always feel that I know them and I can interact with them. And I think the people, the YouTubers that are the most connected with their audience are the ones that do the most well. And I feel like a lot of people don't really put in quite a lot of edits, but at the same time their personality is so engaging. At the same time you genuinely feel like they give a shit, you know what I mean? But there have been situations where somebody has been very interactive before and they have been amazing and they have been essentially very nice to their audience when they started, but then somewhere where they hit fame, after that their body languages change, the way they talk change, the way they interact with the audience changes. As a viewer, I feel I can totally understand when people get really pissed off at the YouTuber because they start feeling that from the beginning when the YouTuber started, they were literally like friends. And as the YouTuber started growing and became really famous, they stopped being friends and they were just an audience. And I think that is when people start becoming really aggressive in their comments and saying that you don't reply to my comments or other things. And I personally think that that's completely justified. But from the YouTuber's perspective, as I am a YouTuber, you have a very different perspective on things. You have to keep in mind your content, you have to keep in mind what you're posting, and now you're not only just posting on YouTube, you're posting on God knows how many different social media platforms. When you do get to a point, you start working with brands as well. So there's a lot that you have to juggle. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be thankful for where they are. I'm just saying that there's just so much of work involved, and mostly all YouTubers that I know do this on their own, so it kind of becomes too much. And I think that's the reason why the interaction starts to plummet. I try to interact as much as possible. If I can't reply to comments, I always try to reply to Snapchats or Instagram comments, and sometimes even those I lose out on because there's just too much for me to do at some other place, or maybe there's something going on in my personal life. So I'm not trying to make excuses. I know it sounds exactly like excuses, but I'm just trying to show you, or just to tell you what it's like from the creator's perspective. There is no denying the fact that if your attitude changes and you become a little aggressive towards your audience, I think that I don't think anybody can justify that, apart from the fact that things might have gotten to your head. But I do say that one thing that you have to maintain as a YouTuber, I always feel, is that interaction between you and the audience. And I think it's a very stupid tactic to become smug about where you are, considering the fact that people who watch your videos are the ones that put you there in the first place. Even if you've worked hard in your life, you still cannot explain why somebody else would give a shit about your hard work. People only give a shit about your hard work when they care about you, and your audience obviously cares about you. And if you don't care about your audience, then it's just... There's this another thing that a lot of people, I've seen like crazy amounts of drama happen over it, and I personally, as a YouTuber, really feel bad for the YouTubers that actually end up doing it, is this whole business of creating content for another channel. From the viewer's perspective, they feel that this one YouTuber that we know and we watch on her own channel is doing videos for this new channel, and maybe the content will be slightly different, but they're just going to be honest. Whenever it comes to a YouTuber working with another channel, I think we should take the videos with a little bit of salt. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this first from the YouTuber's perspective, just to like put things in your perspective, is that whenever anybody works with a brand to make content for another channel, they do not have things in control. A YouTuber cannot tell a brand or another person that owns that channel that I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do this. There's a lot of paperwork involved. Unless discussed prior to the actual videos, that there are limitations to what the YouTuber can do. Like I have it in my contracts mostly whenever I work. People cannot say anything if they've signed a contract and if somebody is telling them on the other channel to do something. Okay, that's why I feel really bad when people start saying things about YouTubers who make content for another channel. You guys should try to cut them some slack. They don't have anything in their control. There's not certain things that they can actually say. Whatever honesty and whatever integrity they want to show, they can only show it on their own channel, because the other channel that they work on is essentially not their entity to control. Does that make any sense? Channel, I think that you should trust the YouTuber when they say things on their own channel, because a lot of times they are bound by things, and I know that's not like the best thing to do, but there's not a lot that they can control unless they are like this huge YouTuber that can actually throw their weight around. Even then, a lot of times YouTubers do get swayed by different things, and at least in India, I feel that the whole like YouTubing, at least in like beauty and lifestyle sphere, the whole YouTuber, how should I put it, like a YouTuber collective is so disparate that I don't really think that anybody can say no that easily. I mean, there are a couple of people that can actually say no that easily to things, but then you need to like know with a lot of experience you actually get to that point. I worked with one, I believe, but I never really reviewed any product, so it was never anything that I had to lie or I was told to lie. It was just tutorials and a couple of things here and there, but I never had to compromise on the things that I believed in order to work for that particular channel. But then after that, I haven't really worked with any other channel, although I have been approached quite a lot of times. But then I'm always like, do I really want to complicate the relationship I have with my viewers? And it's a very, very complicated thing, I'm not gonna lie. But I do have a very strong management team in place, so I don't really have to worry about that. So if you're gonna ask me this question, that do you think YouTubers lie, I would have to say that yes and no. There are a lot of YouTubers that do YouTube to get somewhere, okay? They're the people that want to do YouTube and become bigger, sell things, become like the best of the best of the best. And there are YouTubers that do YouTube because they love to do YouTube, because they love the interaction, they love creating content, and although they do like to grow, they do know that their importance as well as their value is in their fan base. People that understand that, I feel like those are the people that do not lie to their viewers, because they understand that if they lie, if that goes away, if that trust is broken between the YouTuber and the viewer, that is like the last straw and it can never come back. But the first sort of people that want to get somewhere sometimes trade that thing for something better. I'm not saying that they're malicious in that thing. Maybe they just have different priorities. Maybe they really want to get somewhere and they feel like just doing YouTube is just not going to be enough. So they try to trade in their YouTube audience's trust to something else. As a viewer, it boils down to your gut feeling. If you feel that the YouTuber has been compromised, then most probably it has. I don't know, it's really complicated, it's really murky waters, because I feel like you genuinely have to kind of make a decision if you are okay with lying to the audience, or if you are okay with not lying to them. And I don't really think I would judge any other YouTuber if, you know, they chose any which way. It is literally on you, just like it's on the audience if they want to watch the YouTuber or not. They can easily stop watching them and stop following them. That happens all the time. A lot of people get really tired and bored of people and they stop watching their videos, which is something that, you know, is pretty normal. I think the onus of like who lies and who trusts and all of that lies on both the parties. Beauty of YouTube is that if you feel that the person is not giving you a genuine video, just watch other people's videos. I guess watching YouTube videos and making YouTube videos is like being in a relationship or like having a friendship, because it's something that you have to build upon. And if somebody doesn't trust you, you cannot make them trust you. And if somebody does trust you, you can't like, you know, shush them away. Yeah, that was another video of Komal Talks. I hope you guys like this video, and if you have any other questions, if you have any other comments, and if you have any other ideas for Komal Talks, please leave it in the comments box below. Also, if you have any other questions, you can ask me on any of my social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Snapchat, and I am on, what else am I on? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus. How can I forget Google Plus? That's it.